In the beginning of my career, I made a respectable $200,000 a year. I realized this is the dream salary of many, including me at the time, but when I started manifesting, I really wanted to push the limits of what I could do. I thought of a dream salary. I came up with $2.2 million a year. At the time, I remembered someone saying that's how much someone made, and it seemed so far-fetched of an income that I wanted it to be my dream. I want to emphasize that I had no pathway to make this much. It was a ludicrous dream. I had no idea how I was going to do it. I wrote the number 2.2 on a card and put it in my wallet so I could see it every day. I started doing sats. At night, I envisioned huge stacks of money. I envisioned huge checks made out to me. I saw huge amounts of money in my bank account. It didn't take long for things to change. People, circumstances, and events happened. By the end of that year, I was making money at a much higher rate. I was achieving my goal. I kept envisioning the money as I went to sleep each night. Sometimes I felt a warm vibration as I did so. Shortly after each of these, something would happen to make me a lot more money. Several twists happened along the way. One thing was that I got attacked by my business partners. They were getting jealous of me. It took a legal battle, but I came out victorious and the bad guys left. It was definitely a bridge of incidents. I have made exactly $2.2 million for the past 8 years. I invested most of the money and I now have a net worth of $20 million. My goal is $30 million and I expect to reach that soon. I wish all of you abundance like I have found.
If you are having even any single doubting thoughts of manifestation, law of assumption, or anything like that, trust me on this one, it works. Please read this. I want to help others who were struggling like me. Here's my story. I was trying to manifest my SP to reach out to me after we were broken up for about 6 months. I was constantly focusing on him and visualizing about him for like 1 to 2 months. He did reach out to me after 2 months and it took a long time when it really doesn't need to take that long. So we started talking, everything was going great and we were communicating, so we got back together. But during that time I felt like I was focusing more on him than I was focusing on myself. I was so fixated on him and I felt like he was being distant with me and we would not communicate properly, we would fight and stuff like that. Anyways, we stopped talking for 1 week. Mind you, I was practicing Neville's teachings right when we initially broke up. So 8 months prior to this. During the relationship I knew that I needed to focus on the end and the feeling of the wish fulfilled, but the entire time I was feeling anxious and not centered at all. During our 1-week break, the first day I was so mad at the universe, I was saying stuff like, why me, what am I doing wrong? And even at one point I was like, this stuff doesn't work, it's all fake. That's the lowest I have ever gotten. I had never doubted Neville until that one night. Then I really started to focus on myself, like truly. I didn't focus on myself because I wanted my SP back, that was for the wrong intentions. I did it because I really wanted to feel better, happy and carefree. I started doing breath work each morning and night. I started to say mirror affirmations like, I am so loved, I am so worthy, I am deserving. Every time I thought of my SP, I would redirect my mind and be like, this is not about him, it's about me, it has nothing to do with him. Then I would focus back on myself, on how I was this dream girl, who wouldn't want to be with me. Each time I thought of him, I would redirect my mind back to myself. The constant thoughts of him slowly stopped. I was training my brain to always think of me instead of putting the focus on him, which really helped. I also created a Pinterest board dedicated to the dream girl I wanted to become. Someone who was confident, beautiful, could get any guy she wanted. I would scroll through it at night and truly believe I was becoming this girl. I wanted to be the girl where guys effortlessly came to her. I wanted to get out of the desperate lack energy. 8 days later, my SP is blowing up my phone and he is like, "I really want to get back with you and I miss you." He talked about how I was the only girl, and the girl of his dreams. I kid you not, he said those exact things. Also during that 1 week break I did not message, nor contact him at all. Now he is like obsessed with me and is constantly communicating with me. The secret is focusing on yourself and becoming the best version of yourself each and every day. It makes sense because if your wish is fulfilled and you are loved, then why would you feel anxious, nervous, not confident? You would feel happy and joyful all the time. So guys, trust me and just do it for you and not anyone else. More backstory on this. Me and my SP were dating for 2 years and everything was really good, like he was really obsessed with me and loving and great. But then I specifically remember that I got insecure at the end of the relationship and I would constantly think that he was cheating on me or that he didn't love me anymore. And guess what happened? He becomes so cold and distant and I am the one who broke up with him because at that time I didn't realize my thoughts were creating my reality. I was like, he's such a asshole and I don't want to be with him. We parted ways and broke up for 6 months. Then I got into Neville Goddard and I realized how strange it was, how in the first 2 years it was so great and then when I got anxious and my state changed, it got ruined. Then I really fully realized, whoa, I think I am creating this. Even now, like I said earlier, I was blaming the universe. It's hard sometimes to take accountability and not put the blame on people. We have been programmed to believe things happen to us, instead of us creating those experiences. I am on a journey, I am still learning. I am so grateful that we broke up for 1 week, it needed to happen, it really solidified my beliefs about Neville, the universe, etc.